Hey, hey, Salakia, Salakia. I was reading Isaiah chapter 51, verse 17. Awake, awake, stand, O Jerusalem, watch, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord Yahweh Shah, the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of his trembling, and wig them out. Man, we went through the whole ordeal. Actually, we got the last hoorah in this captivity we're in now. We got the last hoorah. What's going on? Hoorah. We at the last fucking woohoo. And things is really happening, man. And you know what? The water Yabashim Al Shah for the for our issues. For this is learning. This is our learning stage, man. And we would love to get it perfectly right, man. But you ain't gonna be having perfectly right until you're in those perfect bodies. So we got the ultimate download that happened. This is the downloading process right now. All these things you see happening around us, it's the process of being downloaded of understanding wickedness, so we can learn how to righteously judge perfectly. That's what's happening now. So awake, awake, stand all night, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord. And that's what it meant. That's what it meant in the book of Moses. But I'm hold on, give me 1 second. I'll come back to that. Just to connect them. Just to connect it, man. Hey, this is spiritual right now for me. And I know for a fact it's spiritual because, this is not what I didn't see this happening, man. I'm going to always say that, man. I didn't see this coming. And I always, when I get around brothers, I always ask them, did you see this happening? Did you see yourself doing this? They always say, nah, I didn't see this. We all had other lives we wanted to do. We all had other things we wanted to do. But it's the Lord put certain things. Hey, I remember one brother said, he said that he almost had a car accident, and he knew right then and there that this was the truth. He said the Lord was things intervene. The Lord put you to the test to see if you truly wanted to do this. And then when you say in your mind, I want to do this, that you go do it. Okay? I remember one individual said to me, hey, when you put your mind to it, you don't stop. I wish I could say it more for myself in my mind because, I'm being attacked in my brain by spirits. Demons is happening, man. They's talking. And clarify and makes it truth. When Apostle Gabar said it too, he said, you have these thoughts in your head. And that's a man of understanding, true understanding. Because it's his experience. All right. Baruch chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore the Lord has made good in his words, which he pronounced against us and against our judges. Not the whole nation, man. That's why you think this other, Esau think that, oh, it was my ancestors. No. Everyone right now is being mentioned in this. Starting with the buns, which means sons. Everyone is being mentioned, man. If the sons is gonna go through it, the daughters are gonna go through it too. Ain't no exempting. See, that's what happened was when you thought the Lord separated you from because it's Salakia. It's a lot of blabbering about women always saying, well, you men should pick up this and do this. Wait a minute, you being blamed too. You got a job to do too. Your job is to tend to the house. But you don't want to do it. You know why? You decide to Salakia. They out there plowing and shit, and shit's real. You out there, you decide to separate us from each other. Henceforth, that goes back into that feminism shit, but that's another subject. All right, so the whole nation, right? And it said, and against our judges, right? And against our judges that judge Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against our men of Israel and Judah. So that's a whole. When we go, like I said, what you said about all men that go on the highways and byways, the 12 tribe chart. which is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and the rest of the tribes, which is Israel, Judah, and Israel. Okay, so right there, they go the bridge being built together. It's telling you, hey, this is why this has got to be done. The plank that's being made. All right, so Salakia. I was reading Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1, and I was reading Isaiah chapter 51, verse 17, right? Let's go back to 51, verse 17 real fast. If we go to 51, just, hey, listen, I'm just rolling the spirit, and the living water, which is the scriptures, is flowing, and I'm letting it flow, man. I'm just going, whatever comes to my head, I just want to go, and it came together perfectly. Right, which I'm gonna go back to this real fast just to get it back where we at 5 minutes in. All right, it says Isaiah chapter 51 verse 17. Awake, awake, stand, O Jerusalem, which have drunk at the hand of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, and he made good on his word. He said, if we don't obey, back with Moses, when we read this in Baruch, did I finish reading that? Salakia. I don't know if I finished reading. I think it was in the next verse, but and he made good on his word. He did. He whooped out. He whooped us bad. He whooped us real good. All right, which is the next verse, verse 2. To bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heavens, as it came to pass, Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses, okay? Moses told us if you don't obey, we're going to be fucked up. Okay? Awake, awake, stand, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand. This is what happened. That hand, right? That hand, the judgments. All right? We read it in Baruch. All right? Awake, awake, stand, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of the trembling, and the wags them out. All right, we did that, man. Man, look at this, man. We can't even get this right according to relationships wise. Everybody have a job to do in a relationship, and nobody wants to do the job. Nobody wants to do their job. They want to, I don't know what the fuck. You really can't call what these people are doing in society, man. You know? And I'm just like, wow. And this society is crazy, man. And I just want to go with the flow with Yahweh Shemel Shah. And I know for a fact that if it was happily ever after, being experienced now, we would have everything. You know, we would have everything perfect right now, but it's not. Cause that's why like it says in Deuteronomy that how you say our house, you know, roughly paraphrasing, that we will never be in good hands standing in this society, because it's not our rest. That's a part of the Deuteronomy chapter 28 is a part of the scripture holds it. It explains everything. Let me see if I can get one. Just because I'm trying to I'm trying to say it, but it's just like, wow. I never knew so much powerful stuff, man. And you know, for me being out in the world in the streets and stuff, and not, you know, going through the shit I've been through, but this is the most help I've ever had of being alive, man. This last 13 years, man. I've been called, but I want to be chosen now. All right. Look what it says. Let me read this one. This is one of my favorite scriptures in Deuteronomy. Just thinking about it right now. It says Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. See, because thou serve not the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shemel Shah, with joyfulness and with gladness of the heart, for abundance of all things. Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemy. All right, you see, that's a part of the situation we in. You just serve your enemy. That's what see, this is what Moses is saying. You see, Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against you, which Yahweh Shemel Shah shall send against you, in hunger and in thirst and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until thou have been destroyed. That slavery. Come on, a couple of trembling, man. Yo, you tremble. You see somebody take your babies, man. Can you imagine that, man? Like they do it differently now in this society. They wrote legislation, ACS, DS, whatever them shits is called. If you don't send your child to school, they come look for you. Shit's real, man. All right. So that couple trembler is all types of shit, man. And right now they pushing all types of buttons, man. They pushing those buttons hard, man. And those buttons is the buttons is showing what's about to go down, man. You know. They man, if you cannot hide this thing here, man. So I was going that way. I'm trying to figure out what I had over here. Yeah, I read the first stay about in the book of Jude, which we are the true messengers of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Alright. We are in between. Alright, we got there's levels to the king to the throne of Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know? That's another subject, but alright, so trying to figure out where I was going, but hey, I think I got it down packed. I was just like, alright, let's read this verse right here again. Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength. O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments. O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come upon thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. That's the other nations. They're not coming over no more after this one. It's about to be over. See, that's the future verse right there. That's the future. No more. It's about to happen, man. It's really happening, baby. Oh, man. I didn't see this, man. Hey, I said it again. I was asked brother, I said, bro, did you see if they're doing this? Like, nah, I ain't see this. I ain't know what I'm amazed when I get up. Because I'm amazed, too. Hey, man. I never knew about the scriptures probably 13 years ago. It's going to be 14 because I'm going by the age of my daughter, you know? Because I remember that year when she was 7 months right before that, and I got that computer. And I'm saying that was the first computer I ever had. That's the first computer that was based upon the HARP program. Okay? The HARP program. Which they pushing buttons. They manufacture that shit is like they fucking that shit is at the next level up. And they always show you in movies. You ever watch movies when they kidnapping or they taking certain smart guys and scientists and they bring them into all one big room and then they manifest shit. And all of a sudden they show you that's what they done. This thing is happening for real. So it's hard for me to explain, but I'm just telling you how I watch movies. That's why I really don't. I get crazy when I start watching TV. I get kind of bugged out. Like I start seeing shit. All right, not in a bad sense, but just I can see shit, man. I can see people that's alive, that's now. I can't really explain this still. I still can't explain if you consider it a gift or not. I really don't know. But the scriptures is manifesting. I want to come through these words. And if the Lord Abba He makes me manifest and get the understanding of certain things, which clearly it is understanding, I'll be able to manifest it. So hey, yeah. So nope. So the Lord has made do in His words, and it was funny that I was doing a video, right, and it led to that. So just because we didn't serve Him in joyfulness, now look at us, but. As we think about it now, we're coming out. This is we're not going to go through this no more. That's what's happening. All right, so I'm just going to read this again. Baruch chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore the Lord has made good in His word, which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judge Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah, to bring upon great plagues, man, upon us, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it come to pass in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is Jerusalem, which is the city, which is us, the people. All right? It's a people before it's a place. According to the things that were written in the law of Moses. All right, so these things was written already, man. So y'all ain't going around this, man. You can forget about it, bro. Just forget it. So, you know, it's a quick one. All praise and honor and glory to God. The Wadi Yabashim Shah for the apostles of great millstone. Shalom.